And hopefully you're gonna say, click the little yes button. All right. So welcome to this slate meditation. Clean slate meditation. So we're gonna get rid of everything, all the baggage we can let go of in our emotional and mental bodies, the auric layers. At this time before this full moon now of the 7th of March. Today is the 6th of March and 2023. And yeah, we're gonna use this energy of the full moon. And if you're listening to this recording at any time later on, it is still beneficial for you. And yeah, and that's why I'm recording this, so you can listen to it later on. Okay, so just get comfortable now. Whether you're seated or if you're laying down, that's okay as well. Just get yourself into a nice, comfortable space and take a few deep breaths in and out. And as you exhale, just exhale any tension or stress you're holding on from the day. Anything you can let go of consciously. Just breathe it out of your body. And just become aware of your body. How does it feel to you today? Do you feel any tension or stress still in it? Can you feel your energy? And just breathe. And as you feel into your body, I want you to imagine you're having roots growing down into Mother Earth, and they're grounding you. And when you're ready, I want to invite you to join me and the others in a circle. We're holding hands. And at this moment in time, if you like, you can invite your guides or your angels or devas or whatever you believe in to come in with us as well in this circle. And at this moment, we are also including those that will be listening to this meditation at any time later on, energetically. Imagine our circle being surrounded by pure divine light and love. This is our highest protection. And just breathe. Just gonna give you a moment to really arrive in the circle and just to feel this connection that we're having between us. Okay. So now when you're ready, you can either step out of your body. So your physical body is in front of you, and your spiritual self is behind your physical body. Or if you prefer, you can go up into the ether and then look down on your body. Or if you feel more comfortable, if you've never done out of body work before, you can just stay in your body, but then imagine or visualize when you're working on your energetic bodies that they will appear in front of you. Whichever way works best for you. And just breathe. Continue breathing. And when you are ready, we ask to be shown your energetic emotional body. This is the second aura layer, and I'll give you a minute for this body to fully appear, either in front of you or below you, or be projected out in front of you if you're staying in your body. So your emotional body might show up as a holograph, like the aura layer surrounding you. It might just show up as a really small circle. It might show up in any color. And as I'm talking and giving you a chance so that your emotional body fully shows up for you, it might change shape, it might become bigger. Most of the time it gets bigger. Or it might just fade in and out as well. That's all normal. It's all alright. And when your emotional body is fully projected for you so you can see it, I want you to ask now that all the hurts or wounds or trauma and anything that has affected your emotional body can be released. That can be released is going to become now visible to you. Again, that might be a change of color in your emotional body. It might be little dots or other shapes. It might be different sizes as well. You may even see words or get images. That's all alright. It's very individual. So don't worry about how it's showing up or how many, even if you only see a couple. I'm just going to give us or your emotional body now a minute to show up all the things, all the wounds and the hurts and the trauma, anything else that has affected it in this lifetime now to show up for you. Okay. And now we're going to thank first of all our emotional body to hold all these wounds for us or for yourself, but that it is time now to release them and ask for all of that that has shown up to be pulled from your emotional body into a pile right next to it. If you prefer, you can imagine it being put into a bucket or maybe a nice glass bowl, or in any way or shape or form you want to collect these wounds and everything that has affected your emotional body. Just imagine and visualize that everything is being pulled out into this container or into a pile right next to it. And I'll just give you a minute to do so. And as the last bits and pieces are being pulled out of your emotional body, we are now going to ask that any hurts and wounds from any past lifetime of ours also show up in the emotional body. This might take another minute or so. They will show up like the other ones. maybe colors, maybe shapes, maybe different sizes, maybe images or words. It's all good. Just give it another moment for them to become visible to you. Especially if you've had many other lifetimes before, it might take a while to pull them all out of those lifetimes. Okay, and now we're gonna thank our emotional bodies of the past lives we've had for holding on to these wounds and traumas for us, and thank it and ask or say that they can be released now as well. And like we done before, we ask for them to be pulled out of the emotional body and be brought into this container or this pile, whatever you prefer, with the others. And I'll just give you a minute for this to happen. This might become faster now because we've already done it before. And once all they been pulled out of the emotional body, all the wounds and the trauma and the hurts from past lifetimes or anything that has affected it, once they've been pulled out, we're going to imagine that our emotional body then will come back into our aura layer. And just take a deep breath here. Next, we're going to ask for the mental body now to become visible, to be shown to you. The same way as the emotional body, it might show up as a shape, like an aura layer, or it might show up as like a little circle. The mental body is our third aura layer. So now we're going to ask that all negative and unhelpful thoughts, any beliefs or belief systems, any patterns that we are stuck in mentally, especially those that have been imprinted on us or you from childhood, society, etc. Anything that keeps you in a constant loop, be made visible. So again, could be a different color, could be a shape, could be an image, could be words. And you'll just give it a moment for all these thoughts that you can let go of now at this time. Any belief systems, anything that is unhelpful or that keeps you stuck in a rut or in a loop. They will be pulled out of and reflected. Once it's been reflected, that it's pulled out of your mental body, and then it will be put into the same container that we used previously, or just into a pile, whatever you prefer. And we also thank the mental body for holding on to these thoughts or belief system for us, but they're no longer helpful. We can let them go. And as the last thoughts or beliefs are being pulled out of your mental body, just like before, we're going to ask that anything from any past lifetime, any thoughts or beliefs or any kind of belief systems that are affecting you in this lifetime also be projected or become visible into your mental body. And once they're all collected there, which might be happening quite fast now, thank the mental body in your past lifetimes for holding on to them, and just say it's time to release them and ask for them to be pulled out into this container or the pile right next to it. And we're just going to take a moment until all of the mental imprints have left your mental body. And just breathe. Now next, I want you to ask your guides or your angel or your diva or whatever you believe in, your higher self, or if you prefer, just source of the divine, to come and help you release the pile next to you, to source. You may have your own way of doing it, or you can simply imagine a stream of white light coming down and transforming this pile or this container into pure divine light sparkles. And that once they are all transformed, they're being sucked up into the universe. Just watch everything being transformed into these tiny sparkles. And as they're being transformed, they just float up into the universe, into the sky, and drift away. And now we ask that all the cords to all the situations or thoughts, any people, etc., that were involved with these hurts and wounds and trauma, and thoughts and belief systems or patterns, that any cords to these be shown to you. And we're asking for them to be removed as they no longer serve us. We ask them to be cut or just be pulled out of our aura. You may get a visual of that, or you just might get a feeling, or you might see an image. And just breathe. And once the last cord is cut now, or been removed, we are asking that our emotional and mental bodies be filled with light and love, and that any remaining holes, scars, fissures left from the extraction or cutting or removing of the cord are being repaired and healed. This may be done through the light or love or even any other colors that might show up for you. Let's just give it a minute and take a few deep breaths here. And now I want you to step back into your body. If you stepped outside of it, or if you're above it, come back down into it. If you're already in your body, if you stayed there the whole time, that's alright too. Just take a deep breath and just feel into your body. Does it feel different? Do you feel more spaciousness? Do you feel lighter? And now lastly, before we end this meditation, because it is a meditation to finish an ending and to let go of baggage, and you're stepping into something new, you can communicate with your guides now an intention for you, something you would like to show up in your future, a dream you have, a goal, something you hope for. And I'll just give you a couple of minutes for that. And when you're ready now, I want you to imagine being back in the circle. And just, if you have invited your guides, give thanks to them. If not, just give thanks to the universe, to source, to working with us today. And just come back into the now, into the room where you're in, into the chair, or if you're laying down, on the surface, feel the surface you're laying down at.